Welcome to Mazum Gumzo, African Scholarly Conversations, a podcast that highlights the perspectives of various stakeholders in academia and research fields across Africa through open dialogue on Mazum Gumzo on scholarly communication in Africa.
Welcome to Mazungumzo, African Scholarly Conversations, where we are joined by an expansive list of African policymakers, science communication specialists, innovators, and tertiary institution leads who contribute to this realm of scholarly and science communication. I'm your host, Joy Owango, the Executive Director of the Training Center in Communication, Capacity Building Trust based at the University of Nairobi, Faculty of Science and Technology in Nairobi, Kenya. Today, we are thrilled to welcome Professor Hanae Lrhoul to our show. Professor Hanae is a professor at the School of Information Sciences. Her research focuses on open science, scientometrics, competitive intelligence, and science mapping. She served as an advisor to the former Minister of Higher Education, Scientific Research and Innovation in Morocco, where she coordinated the National Open Science Policy. Professor Hanae is the chapter lead of Creative Commons Morocco and vice president of the International Association of Francophone Librarians. She also serves as an associate editor for the Directory of Open Access Journals and is also a member of the EMEA Data Site Expert Group. In our conversation, we will dive into the open science movement in Morocco, exploring recent breakthroughs, ongoing challenges, and how government bodies, academic institutions, and individual researchers are collaborating to move things forward. Welcome, Professor Hanae.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joy, for the kind invitation. I'm really happy to be here with you this morning. First, to share my experience with the TCC community, and second, because I've always admired the amazing work you're doing to promote open access and the way you inspire so many across Africa, especially African women. So bravo, Joy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. So before we talk about your work, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so open science for me has never been just a professional interest. It has become my life's mission, from my research and policy work to my involvement with international communities. I've been committed to promoting open science over many years, not just a new paradigm of scientific communication, but as a basic right. Access to knowledge shouldn't be a privilege for me for two reasons. The first one, so when research is publicly funded, it should be publicly available. And second, researchers from the South deserve the same opportunities to access, to share, to grow their impact on the global stage. So I've always believed in open research, and that belief has really shaped my whole journey, from my work in academia to national level projects. I've been working on open access for about 15 years now. That includes setting up open repository in Moroccan universities, training librarians, raising awareness among researchers about why open access matters and how it can boost their visibility and impact. So I've experienced both successes and setbacks along the way. Changing a culture takes time, especially when leadership changes at universities and priorities shift sometimes. That's why having the chance to work on open science at the national level was such a meaningful step for me, contributing to the development of Morocco's national open science strategy as an advisor to the former Minister of Higher Education, Scientific Research and Innovation, Professor Lrhoul, marked a key step to finally bring sustainability to something we've been working towards for many years.
Okay. I can see you are really passionate about open science, and you've done quite some amazing developments, not only in Morocco, but also in the region. So you started as a researcher, and now you play a key role in shaping higher education and research policy in Morocco. What motivated this shift, and what have been some of the biggest lessons along the way?
So I first stepped into this space as a librarian, not a professor. I began my journey in open science in 2009 when I was the director of the Mohammed Scott Library of the University Hassan II Casablanca. And I have just returned from Canada, where I was really inspired by the beautiful academic libraries and how actively they support researchers, students, and open access to scientific information. So that experience made me realize how powerful libraries can be, not just for accessing to information, but as key driver of research. So when I came back, I had one clear ambition or a dream to give Moroccan researchers and students the same access to knowledge I saw abroad. I want them to succeed, and I knew that the open access to scientific information is the key. Little by little, that work led me to bigger questions in the library: how research is evaluated, how we track and recognize scientific publication, and how we can build systems that make knowledge more open and more accessible. That's really what motivates the shift in my path to begin research on open science and science mapping in the School of Information Sciences.
Okay. And with what you've been... continue. Please continue. And?
Thank you, Joy. Just talking about my experience in the University Hassan II Casablanca, in 2009, we subscribed to the first electronic database in Morocco. It was the first electronic database in the universities. We built also open access journal portals around information literacy, open access, information sources.
Right.
We also created the first institutional repository. And that same year, I had the opportunity to coordinate a major European project called Optimizing Access to Scientific and Technical Information in Algeria, Tunisia, and Morocco. And we also ran a large survey in the three countries. And we discovered something so important in North Africa wasn't financial or technological resources or resistance. It was simply a lack of awareness about its benefits. So this project made me realize how important it is to preserve, to promote our scientific work in Northern Africa, and especially in Morocco. The limited visibility of our national scientific production, and on way to enhance the quality and dissemination of local scientific journals, mainly medical Moroccan journals, with a particular focus on open access as a key strategy to enhance their visibility and align with the international standards.
Okay. So what are the key policies or initiatives Morocco is implementing to strengthen research capacity and support for universities in producing high impact work?
So Morocco is currently undergoing a major transformation of its research ecosystem, and the Ministry of Higher Education has made it strategic priority to put scientific research as a core pillar of national development, and there's a clear ambition to make research more impactful and relevant, focusing on real societal challenges, while also meeting international standards. And one of the central pillars of this transformation is investment in human capital. This includes improving access to scientific research, enhancing PhD training, promoting international mobility and collaboration, and finding research laboratories that addresses national priorities. These combined efforts aim to equip the next generation of researchers, young researchers, with the tools, support, and the environment they need to thrive. And an important step in this direction is the creation of the Moroccan Journal Portal, managed by IMIST, the Moroccan Institute for Scientific and Technical Information. and it brings together national academic journals in order to enhance their visibility and also support journals editors. In Morocco, there's many print journals, so IMIST has a key role to create the electronic version and to enhance the visibility in the national portal. And I also, as an associate editor of DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journal, I collaborate with several editors or researchers to help them improve the quality of their journal and connect with the international community. So I think we should move in a way from the old publish or perish mindset. It's not just about impact factor anymore. It's not just about indexing in the international databases. We want the research that is socially relevant, economically useful, and culturally connected. That means rethinking how we evaluate research, especially work done in Arabic or in other language, mainly publication in the social sciences and the humanities, which are still underrepresented in international databases. And all of this shows a real shift that we are doing. We are trying to build a research culture that's globally competitive, but also inclusive.
Oh, fantastic. And I can see these are quite some really good developments that you're making in open science in Morocco. And if you could take us through, on top of what you've shared with us, is there any new information that you want to share with us about the current state of open science in Morocco and what progress has been made? And right now, you've already shared with us the priority of the country, having research centers focusing on the interests and the needs of Morocco, digitizing all your print journals. So what is the current state as it is right now? And what is that priority that you're looking? What is the progress that is being made? Mm-hmm.
Of course, with pleasure, Joy. Open science, Morocco has taken actually a real step towards this goal. It was one of the founding members of the UNESCO recommendation, both of them, recommendation on open science and recommendation on open educational resources. We are also, the Ministry of Higher Education took part in the ministerial meeting of the OCDE, Organization for Economic Cooperation Development, on making open science a reality. And it's not just formal commitment. It's a really strong political will to be in alignment with international standards, with UNESCO recommendation, and with the publication of l'OCDE. And the commitment is rooted in the idea that knowledge should be open, inclusive, and impactful. And that the news that I want to share with you is that at the national level, a key step was taken in October 2024, when the Ministry of Higher Education officially launched the National Open Science Strategy. And this initiative focuses on two main goals. The first one is to set a national open repository for research publication, research data, scientific journal, etc. The second goal is to promote local research in all languages, in social science and the humanities, and build the culture of openness, collaboration, and knowledge sharing between Moroccan researchers. So a key part of this strategy is the launch, as I told you, of the Open Moroccan repository, and it's a centralized platform that brings together all the scientific output from Moroccan universities. And when I talk about all the scientific outputs, I'm talking about publication in Scopus, Web of Science, international database, but also and mainly all the publication in national journal, Moroccan national journals.
Okay. And so with those developments that are happening nationally, how is Morocco engaging with regional and global partners to advance open science, and what opportunities exist for collaboration across Africa and the Arab world?
Open science can only move forward if we work together locally and globally, and not only at the national level. So at global level, as I told you, Morocco has aligned its national strategy with UNESCO recommendation, with OCDE principles on knowledge sharing, and this helps us to adapt international best practices while adapting them to our local context, of course. And to truly advance open science, we also need to support research that respond to the real uses facing our region. That means encouraging projects that address African and Arab priorities and that aim to find concrete solutions to our problem. We are involved in collaborative research that explores open science, not just in Morocco, but across the African continent and the Arab region mainly. And one important regional initiative that I want to share with you is Open Africa, a project that we will launch in the next month. Open Africa is involving 20 African countries, and its goal is to create a collaborative and open ecosystem for research and higher education across the continent. So Open Africa will focus on increasing the visibility of scientific production in the continent, build research capacity, and promote academic excellence and scientific excellence of African researchers. We've also have the opportunity to host key regional events in Morocco, like the UNESCO Conference on Open Science in the Arab region. It was a valuable moment to bring together researchers, librarians, policymakers across the Arab region. So this kind of event, I think, are so important to build collaboration and make sure our efforts are aligned, whether it's about infrastructures or capacity building. And we will federate our efforts because we have the same objective to create regional open repositories and organize training for the researchers of the region.
Oh, interesting.
And this partnership, thank you. This partnership across Africa.
Yes.
Excuse me, Joy?
You're saying the partnership across Africa?
Yeah, and across the Arab world and beyond are more than just technical collaboration. They are about building something bigger, shared infrastructure, stronger connection, and a louder voice for researchers from the global south to enhance their visibility and their impact in the scientific international community. So I think in the end that open science is collective journey, and Morocco is proud to be part of a global community that believes in open, inclusive, and collaborative knowledge that we can share with the others in the Arab region or in Africa.
Fantastic, fantastic. And so with the new technologies that are coming up, and we have new and digital platforms, and AI is changing how research is shared, what are the most exciting changes happening in Morocco's research ecosystem today?
But today, Morocco's research system is going through a real transformation, especially when it comes to how we access and share knowledge. And one of the main priorities has been to improve access to scientific and technical information across universities.
Right.
In recent years, with the support of the ministry, we have access to electronic databases, electronic journal subscription, and this has opened the door to quality international research for students. And we have also project to create e-learning centers in all the universities of Morocco to promote open educational resources and to offer online courses to our students. And these centers are so important to bridge the gap between researchers and the digital learning tools, because we should also train our researchers about these tools, digital tools. And at the same time, especially we are talking about artificial intelligence. We are at the School of Information Sciences. We have, in my research laboratory, we are leading research and reflection on how AI can be applied in the field of open science, how this can improve discoverability, content classification, access to scientific information. So it's a main research topic in the School of Information Sciences.
Okay.
And all these efforts, I think, are helping us to shape a more connected and transparent research environment in Morocco.
Oh, fantastic. And as we wind up, if we look ahead, what do you hope Morocco's higher education and research landscape will look like?
Good question. Looking ahead, I hope Morocco will have a research ecosystem that is open, inclusive, but still focused on local needs. So I imagine universities as a hub of innovation and public engagement, places where open access is the norm, and where researchers have the tools, supports, information that they need to make meaningful work. So we need to move beyond the idea of passive researchers, passive consumer of information. Instead, we must empower them to be an active producer of information, people who generate knowledge that responds to the real challenges of our society. And this also means that we need to build socially responsible universities and designing policies that encourage researchers to contribute to science, not just for their career, but for the collective progress.
Fantastic.
In that future, I hope we'll see greater recognition. In that future, I hope we see greater recognition for research published in Arabic, stronger support for social science, humanities, evaluation system that reward meaningful impact, not just indexed output. And we need to focus on qualitative approach that value collaboration.
Fantastic. I think that is a really nice way to end this podcast. Thank you so much. And it's amazing work that you're doing in Morocco and also in the Arab region. You're one of the respected stakeholders when it comes to open science, and it is such an honor to have you on our show. Thank you so much, Hanae.
Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Mazam Gumzo Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on all our channels for more updates and for candid stories by researchers, policymakers, higher education leaders, and innovators on their journeys. See you in our next episode.